Matt Fontana, and as always, take it easy. When you don't have obvious answers to a question, sometimes we got to dig a little deeper. Sometimes we got to go beyond the obvious for just a second. And I don't see any tin foil in the studio today, Ron. I see a helmet. Maybe I'll have to put that on later. I got a little tin foil conspiracy theory. I didn't even tell Ryan what it was. All I did was I texted him as we prep for our shows, as we do every week. And I said, just remind me, we're going to go out there a little bit. We're going to get out there just a little bit when it comes to the Cleveland Browns and the inner working of what's going on with Kevin Stefanski, with Shedeur Sanders, with Dillon Gabriel, and yes, with Deshaun Watson. We'll get all that coming up. Cavs! Wow. Wow. That was like our D team out there. Craig freaking Porter, man. If you're Miami, how do you lose that game without Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, Darius Garland? We'll talk about Garland's injury coming up as well. Steven Vogt, baby. Wow. Back-to-back manager of the year. And there was a time, and you can go back on our YouTube channel and see those shows where I was questioning Vogt, and I was critical. He wins manager of the year. He deserves it. The run that they went on, congratulations to him. Maybe we'll touch on a little baseball coming up as well. Buckeyes, prime time. Man, it's usually bad, but that's all right. We got that for you. And we're leaving time for the grid because we've not been getting the grid lately, and it's been bothering me. So I'm going to leave time for it. We'll get to the Immaculate Grid. We got it all for you right here on Big Play. Welcome to the show, everybody. I am Matt Fontana. Hey, is Ryan Tyler. We're so happy to have you along. Brand new intro to our show, which I enjoy very much. Happy to have you alongside. Big Play Thursday nights, 7 o'clock on the social channels, YouTube and Twitter at Matt Fontana Show. Fridays, 4 o'clock on The Rock, presented by FanDuel. College basketball. Not my thing, but there's a lot of boosts on FanDuel right now for college basketball. I need somebody to help me on that, but we'll get that rolling. We got our parlay cooked up. I like it again this week. I like it every week, and we don't really ever get close, but that's okay. We're going to hit one. We're going to hit one. As long as we get one, and maybe this week is it, with our great friends at FanDuel, also presented by Pure AV, Garage Beer, and Physicians Ambulance. I'm going pheasant hunting with my brothers this weekend. You know what's in that car, right?
Garage beer?
Lime garage beer, baby. Be sitting out, enjoying the fire, having some good time with my brothers. So garage beer, always love and appreciate them alongside. All right, so here we are with the Browns, and we should really start with Deep Podesta because they watched our show on Friday. They go, there's no comments on Depot. And I was like, well, yeah, we recorded Thursday morning. He left Thursday afternoon. And I don't really have much on that. Like, you know, whatever he did here, people act like, Ryan, that he was sitting there and he was like influencing draft picks. That was never really what Paul DePodesta was here to do. The idea behind Paul DePodesta was he's a really smart guy. He's really smart in sports. Didn't really know football and admitted that in an interview that said it probably going to take me a few years to get up to speed. The idea behind him was to further their analytic department, which they did. And now that's all sports have a big analytic department. But really, the idea was, how can we all work better together? Everybody's got a million different departments. What can we do to get on the same page and kind of be the overseer? But let's not forget, his biggest mark was hiring Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski. And unfortunately for DePodesta, who's no longer employed by the Cleveland Browns, that don't look so good right now. Now, Berry had a good draft, and I am a Kevin Stefanski supporter. I think he's really good. And you can sit back and say, like, dude, I hired a guy that's two-time coach of the year. Took you to the playoffs a couple of times. Like, there's got to be some merit to that. The unfortunate thing is, for this whole regime, it's the Deshaun Watson trade. And he came out with some weird statement about, well, you know, it's hard to get a unanimous decision with that. And I was like, really? Because they all came out and said that it was a unanimous decision. And I understand. Trust me, I'm not that stupid. That they all got to come out and say, no, unified front, and we were all on board with it. Dude, you oversaw, no matter what you want to say, you oversaw the worst trade in NFL history, without a doubt. And you set this franchise back years. What's the old saying? You always want to leave a place better than when you found it. Ryan, did Paul DePodesta leave the Cleveland Browns better than when he found it? It's an honest question.
Yeah.
Like, think about...
No, but he had a point of success that was the highest we've had since we got back in 1999.
He had 2 years of making the playoffs with some of the people that he put in place. He did. He had 2 years of making the playoffs with the people that he put in place. So there's that, and then there's the Watson thing. And I think about when he took it over, that was like end of Hugh Jackson, end of Sashi Brown. There are people that are still angry that basically they chose him over John Dorsey. What did John Dorsey do? Go up to Detroit and help Brad Holmes build that monster of a roster? But whatever. That's all. Bygones be bygones. Ryan Baker out of town. Whatever. Did Paul DePodesta leave the Cleveland Browns better than when he found them? I don't know. I don't think so, but here we are. I would say I wish him well with the Rockies. He was their third pick. Two other people said they didn't want that job. So I think he saw the writing on the wall, and we kind of move on to the situation with the Cleveland Browns. So to go back to that Jets game, that you know what? I don't even know if I want to talk about Bubba Ventrone. I don't, because they're not going to fire him. They're just not. He probably deserves it. And I hate saying that because I don't like people. I don't like calling for people's job. I've lost a job before. Plenty of people out there have lost jobs before. It's terrible. It's awful. And I don't wish that on anybody. Where's the accountability? People go, well, just cut Blake Thomas. What is that going to do? You're going to cut some guy that's barely hanging onto the roster. I'm not trying to talk crap about Blake Thomas. That guy's in the NFL. He's a more accomplished athlete, made more money than whatever. But like, oh, just go cut that. Do you really think that gets you cred in the locker room by cutting some guy that's back end of the roster that's screwed up? Like, I don't understand it. And they don't fire people in the year. That's the MO of this team. They don't want to do that. But I just think that is such a bad look from the franchise. That just tells you we don't really care about this season. And maybe, Ryan, that should have been the thing slapping us in the face all year, is that this is very clearly a tank year. And maybe we just need to get on board with that. We fought it off. They said they didn't want to rebuild. Sometimes tanks don't even, tanking seasons don't really work in the NFL. You're tanking for a season that you don't even know who the number one quarterback is right now. I don't know, man. But that Bubba Ventrone situation is just, I'm just apathetic towards that because I just know they're not going to do anything about it. So now what do I have to do is turn my attention to Bubba and say, dude, get it fixed.
Well, it's interesting because it's not as simple as you'd be firing your special teams coordinator, because is he not the assistant head coach?
Yeah.
In the scenario where Kevin Stefanski did kind of get fired, wouldn't that be a guy that you looked at to be the interim? And I don't want that. Nobody wants that.
No,
especially after that performance, I think that's totally canned down the road. But to your point of the Browns have never really been one of those organizations, accountability, cutting people because they don't perform well. Like they've never, at least in Kevin Stefanski, they don't do that. Like I think of back when Kadarius Toney muffed the punt. All that. He's still on the field. Like Mike Tomlin, they just cut Juan Thornhill mid-season.
Right.
That was one of their key signings to affirm that secondary, and they went up and cut him because he wasn't performing well. Like to go into a locker room, and I don't know, like to go to your point, it doesn't do anything. But it's like when you're a guy like Myles Garrett and you're watching a guy, a second string who shouldn't be on the field, ruin that game for you, amongst many reasons.
Yeah.
But he was the final straw that broke the camel's back for that loss. I don't know. What does that say that he still has a job?
Well, not only that, did you watch the one kickoff return? He got destroyed. He missed the tackle. Blake Thomas almost missed it, and I'm not trying to pile on him. I'm with you. Why is he on the field in that situation? Well, we got to put people on the field that you trust. There's only so many guys. Like, how do you walk in that locker room and feel like this team is doing everything they can to win? And especially when they keep starting Dillon Gabriel. All right, are you ready? We're going to get out there, man. We're going to go somewhere. Because idle hands. I was sitting there the other day, and I think about our show constantly. I'm always thinking about prep and like what can we talk about in this. And I had an epiphany. But this sounds loon. Are you ready? What if the Browns are starting Dillon Gabriel to keep Deshaun Watson away? Follow me. They're starting Dillon Gabriel, and I believe they want to keep seeing him play. We're not seeing improvement. They put all their eggs in his basket, and they want to keep riding this out with Dillon Gabriel. But a secondary factor could be this. Everybody asks about when's Deshaun Watson coming out, when they activating his window and when is he going to come back? What if they have to activate Deshaun Watson because he clears medical and they don't want to file a grievance and they have to activate him? At that point, they then play Shedeur Sanders because then they have a card to play to say, well, we started Dillon Gabriel. Oh, Deshaun Watson's healthy. It's Shedeur's turn. It's Shedeur's turn. Shedeur's going to play now, not Deshaun Watson. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I thought about that. Because if they have to activate Watson because he passes all the medical, and they don't have to play him. The NFLPA can file a grievance about not activating him. They don't have to play him. So what if there's a point in a couple of weeks that they activate Watson, but then they go, it's not your turn, it's now Shador's turn? Do you get what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm putting down, Ryan? Or do you think there's any validity to the tinfoil hat theory that I have here about why one of the reasons that Dillon Gabriel is still starting is because they want to hold off Deshaun Watson playing for this team again?
Yeah, I mean, I totally see it. I've kind of thought that same thing. I didn't really tie into the Watson, but the whole point of, well, your one last card to play if you're Kevin Stefanski is possibly a Shador Sanders. Like if he starts the last 4 games and he looks good, well, that's something that you can ride off into the season.
It's like your ace in the hole. It's the last card that you play. It's the last thing that you throw.
One Shador Sanders, we talked about it. Like we're tired of Dillon Gabriel. I understand that, but there's still 8 more games to play. Like you've started Dillon Gabriel for 5. He goes 1-4. The record isn't that good, but let's just say a scenario. And again, he was a 3rd round pick. Shador's a 5th. In the scenario, and I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, but it's still possible. I don't think it will happen. Of course, if you know I'm a big Shador guy, is that he is worse than Dillon Gabriel.
Sure,
and that's possible. And that'd be a lot of 8 games to even worse ineffective quarterback play. That's tough to do.
And I will listen to Shador's just not ready. I think those reports are maybe starting to leak out a little bit that he is just in nowhere near ready to play. And people are like, well, he was going to be a 1st-round pick. He wasn't. And again, I think there's a little thing with ownership and why he's not playing and all that. But I was thinking, is there something with Watson involved with this whole thing? All right, I have one more thing I want to bring up about Kevin Stefanski. Because the Giants fired Brian Daboll. And listen, you choke away 4 10-point leads, like even Jackson Dart playing well. It was bound to happen. And Dan Orlovsky has been out there like pointing Kevin Stefanski, Giants. And think about where Orlovsky gets his stuff from. Alliances and allegiances aside. What if an out for Kevin Stefanski is that the Browns trade him to a team like the Giants? Then his contract is off your books. Because one of the things that people keep bringing up about Kevin, and I like Kevin Stefanski, and I think he's a good head coach, and I'm not quite ready to move on. There was a point that I was. I don't even know anymore. But everybody, I just signed a new contract. You just signed a new deal. What if they traded him? What if they traded him? What if the Giants came calling and they said, we really want Kevin Stefanski, and the Browns are ready for that soft, that reset, and they could get out from the contract and almost say hide and be like, well, we got a trade piece back for him. I don't know. That entered my mind about how this all might play out with Kevin Stefanski. And do I think he's going to be the head coach of the Browns next year? I do. I really, you hear the reporting from Mary Kay. You hear reporting from a lot of people that he's on firm ground with the organization. I like Kevin. I hope he can get it turned around. But that was something that entered my mind is what if a way out of this, if the Browns really want to move on from Kevin Stefanski instead of just firing him, what if they traded him to somebody?
That'd be interesting. I mean, what would we get in return? I don't remember a coach
5th round pick.
But
there's been coaches traded for 1st. Like I think John Gruden got traded for.
Sean Payton.
Sean Payton got traded.
But if you're the Giants, I know the Orlovsky thing. I've heard they have the same agent, so take that for what you will. If you're the Giants, I don't understand why you would want Kevin Stefanski. What quarterback have you seen him develop? What quarterback has he ever developed? And Brian Daboll, I never understood that fire. I get it because the loss is piling up. You can't choke away the Denver lead. You choked away the Bears lead even though Jackson Dart got concussed. Like, that was Brian Daboll's guy. You were finally starting to see results. That team actually had juice. You beat the Eagles on primetime for the first time in, I think, over a decade. Like, you were finally starting to see results. Jackson Dart actually looks like to fit the mold of an NFL quarterback that can elevate a roster. You lose Malik Neighbors, you lose Cam Scatteraboo. I think they panicked and fired Brian Daboll.
Too, because there was a shock. I didn't like that. I don't think he really deserved to get fired, but you got to remember, he's been there for a couple of years now. They just get soured on this. And you got to remember this, too, and the same thing kind of applies to Kevin. The scary thing is when you cross that line, because there's no coming back. Like when the Mara and Tisch family, when they finally crossed that line on Brian Daboll, there was almost nothing he could do. And every time they saw Brian Daboll, they didn't like him or couldn't stand to see him anymore. And they're like, we got to finally make a move. How Joe Shane kept the job. Dude, you know how many sacks Abdul Carter has?
Was it half?
Half.
Yeah.
I can't even do one. It's a half. He has a half a sack. Somebody had a post. They go,
that's a generational.
They go, this guy asked Lawrence Taylor for his number, and he's got a half a sack.
That's what I'm saying. We got to stop with the generational. I hate it.
I get it. Look at Travis Hunter. And I ain't wishing bad things upon him at all. Let's not grade that trade either, by the way. I got a long time to go. Long time to go. We'll see what the Browns do with the 21st overall pick or whatever it'll be from the Jacksonville Jaguars. All right, time to focus in on the Baltimore Ravens. They come to town, 4:26 kick on Sunday.
Gross.
Interesting thing. So we know Lamar. A little recency bias on Lamar Jackson when it comes to the Cleveland Browns. But I'll tell you what it is coming up in a little bit. We'll get to the report card. We got it all for you right here on Big Play. Pure AV's got it all for you. Now is the time of the year. It's all going on. Pure AV can get you hooked up. And even before the holiday season, right? You're going to have a bunch of people over. You want to have the setup that you're dreaming of. Or how about that gift for mom or dad, your husband, your wife, your gift for your kids? Get it all set up with Pure AV. Whether it's the basement that you finally want to get done, the big seating area upstairs in the living room, it doesn't matter. Pure AV can do it all. And they can upgrade every part of your home with home security, home automation, outdoor seating, lighting, AV. All that can be done with Pure AV, and that's why it's so great to go to them, because they're just a one-stop shop for anything, and they can fix it all, too. Even if it was installed by somebody else and it's not working or hadn't been working for a little while, or it's time for the upgrade. It's time for that big upgrade. You know, you still got that surround sound with the CD player and cassette player in the corner. Okay, you love it, but maybe it's time for an upgrade. Pure AV can do anything for you. Reach out to them. You talk to them over the phone. Go down and see their showroom in Akron. They'll come out to your home and take a look, too. They'll come out. And then that's really where the work, they can start visualizing the work. Because the one thing I love about Don and the team at Pure AV, they see it before you do, right? This isn't my area of expertise. It's their area of expertise. So they see it before you even see it with the options that are available. Pure AV, pureavcorp.com. Scan that QR code right over there with our friends at Pure AV. All right, let's take a look at that report card. We'll get to know the Ravens a little bit. It's Fontana Show right here on Big Play, presented by FanDuel.
The Big Play Sports Network is brought to you by Smart Choice Windows, energy-efficient products at an affordable price. Visit smartchoicewindows.com today.
All right, welcome back. Fontana Show right here on Big Plays. Ryan Tyler. I am Matt Fontana. Catch us 7 o'clock Thursday nights at Matt Fontana Show on Twitter, YouTube. Quick note on the YouTube. We did change some things. I don't know if people noticed, Ryan. It's more of like the video goes out. We're not like live on YouTube anymore. So the video populates a couple minutes, but check it out on YouTube. Subscribe to our Instagram page. I'm trying to do a little Instagram drive. I'm at Matt Fontana CLE. I just repost a lot of our clips from the show, but drops follow on IG if you can. Ryan is Ryan Tyler 33 on Twitter, and I'm at Matt Fontana 83. All right, we'll take a look at those Ravens in just a second as we get ready to go for the game this weekend. But let me tell you about my great friends at Physicians Ambulance. Folks, you're an EMT, you're a paramedic, and you're just tired of like that status quo. And you're tired of maybe the municipal place that you're working, another company that you're working for. Physicians Ambulance is a great place to go. And I've known Jason Hess, almost a decade now. And I've seen this growth from Physicians Ambulance. They're actually one of my longest running client partners. And I do it because I so believe in the message that Physicians Ambulance has. And it starts with you, the employees. If you're so lucky and you want to be able to go work for that company, it starts with you. They don't just do the status quo because that's just what everybody else does. They are so forward thinking on their innovation, their protocols, their equipment, calibrated equipment. Their vehicles are brand spanking new. And they're out there making an impact on our community on top of it. They work with all the major sports teams. So if you love sports and you're an EMT and paramedic, here is your dream job. I'm telling you, physiciansambulance.com is the place to go. They have protocols that have been adopted on a national level. That's how forward thinking they are. And again, I can't tell you how much it is about the employees. So much so that they've had employees leave for other opportunities and they come back to Physicians Ambulance and they go, this place was home. And Jason is so great about that. He goes, listen, you wanted to try something. You thought it was better for you and your family. We wish you nothing but the best of luck, and we'll always be here for you. And that's how they operate. Seriously, they're so great. I'm telling you. Physiciansambulance.com. You're close to one. Headquartered in Brecksville, satellites in North Ridgeville, Menor, Kent, Warren, Ashland, Worcester, and now Columbus. You're close to a Physicians Ambulance, a potential, a brand new career. Physiciansambulance.com. Apply today. Help them continue to set the standard at Physicians Ambulance. All right, let's get to the report card. Yeah. He's good. I mean, he missed practice. Did you hear John Harbaugh the other day? So they asked him about Lamar missed practice, and he had the hamstring. Now he's dealing with a knee injury. And I do think, unfortunately, a lot of those times that stuff can be all correlated. I'm not going to act like I'm an orthopedic surgeon over here. But did you hear him explain it? He's like, well, it's the knee. That's kind of, he went so in depth because they got popped about that injury report thing. They're worried about doing it again. So Lamar did miss practice on Wednesday, but he's going to play in this game. And here he goes. Now, in his career, Ryan, he is 9-4 against the Cleveland Browns. He has been really good. But how about this? He is just 3-2 in his last 5 games against the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
But in those 5 games, he's got a 106 passer rating, 1,100 yards, 11 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. He ain't losing those games necessarily because of him.
Last time they came to Cleveland, he's played well. We won, but...
Right, yeah. We won that game. That's right. That was the shocker win of last year. Yeah. And then what did they do? Come back and after that and beat us 41-17 after that. So, I mean, I'm not saying that...
Was that the Bailey Zappi game?
Yeah.
Or not the Bailey Zappi.
No, it was... It wasn't Jameis either. It was...
it was the white quarterback.
That
we had the...
Oh, my gosh.
Practice squad.
Yeah.
I can't
think of his name either. Hang on. Because now we're just gonna I'm gonna keep thinking about it, and it's not gonna help.
Not Jeff Driscoll.
No, he was gone by that. So in the first game that we beat them, 29-24, Jameis started that game and threw 3 touchdowns.
Was it Bailey Zappi?
And then Bailey Zappi was here. And then they came back and axed us. Oh, no, 35-10. What game was I thinking of? They beat us 35-10 in the final game of the season.
Right, because that was...
It was Bailey Zappi.
Yeah, okay. It was a joke.
It was Bailey Zappi.
Yeah.
It was Bailey Zappi. So again, there's times that you would sit there and say we've had his number and Miles gets after him, but I think he's back. I mean, just overall on this team, like the Ravens are going to win the North. We know that. Now Lamar's healthy. They're on this just steamroll train right now. And we'll see. We'll talk about the defense coming up in a little bit because this defense is not good. The Baltimore defense is not good, but it's Lamar. He's back. He's healthy, and obviously he's not going to win the MVP. He missed too much time, but he's still playing at an MVP type of level.
Yeah, arguably the best player on the planet.
Yep. So no debate on the quarterbacks. All right, let's see what you got. Yeah, that's fair. That
was pretty cut and dry.
Every single one of it. It's John Harbaugh. I got a lot of respect for him. I know there's people that want that change of voice there. I actually think it's going to be a feather in his cap if they win the AFC North to say we went through missing Lamar Jackson and still was able to come out the other side. Now, again, Joe Burrow is hurt. The Steelers are imploding, but I think it's a big feather in his cap for John Harbaugh, no question there. Yeah, for the receivers, oh my gosh, who is playing wide receiver for the Cleveland Browns anymore? Like now Isaiah Bond is hurt. It was nice to see Ced Tillman come back, but you got nothing going on. To the other side, Zay Flowers is fine. There's a giant drop-off. It is Zay Flowers and no one else. Even Mark Andrews isn't having a prototypical Mark Andrews year. Hopkins, Bateman. I think this has more to do with the Browns receivers just not being very good.
Always does.
Yeah, that's where it is. This one, let's not fool ourselves either on that running back spot. They're down games. There's some games where, Derrick Henry got held to 40 odd some yards. Bro, he's still averaging 80 yards a game. 80 yards a game. One of the craziest stat about Derrick Henry.
Sure.
He's averaging 5 yards a carry. 5 yards a carry.
That'll play.
That'll do. At what, 31? He's incredible. He's so good. No debate there. And the same thing with the offensive line. They have some quarterbacks that can kind of move around. But again, they invest Ronnie Stanley, Voorhees, Linderbaum, I think is pretty good. Rosengarten, fine, whatever. Okay, fine. But the offensive line, especially with the Browns just kind of being pieced up here, the offensive line goes. Defense is us, though. Defense is us. How about this for the Ravens? They are just 26th in the NFL. They give up 372 yards a game. And then Dillon Gabriel should come on out here. They give up 250 through the air. They are the 5th. I'm trying to grab something out of this, Ryan.
Come on.
5th worst passing defense in the NFL. You have $123 on the ground. So Quinshon Judkins, little same game parlay. I think Q scores. Okay. I think Mark Andrews scores.
Usually does on us.
Lamar, over 200 passing yards.
Easily.
Derrick Henry gets his 70. No? 50?
It's just it depends
50?
how the game goes.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't expect the Browns to score, but the game that they played us at home last year, Lamar went off and Derrick Henry only had 30 yards.
That's true, too. One thing to watch, no Marlon Humphrey for this game. He had to get his finger pinned. He broke it. So there is a corner down there. So they already got a bad passing defense. And they're missing one of their top corners, but we need some receivers to take advantage of it. Here we are. All right, let's get to our FanDuel parlay. Is this the week we're finally get it? I hope so. We need it. Our FanDuel parlay comes your way next.
The Big Play Sports Network is brought to you by Garage Beer. No bitterness, no frills, no IPA, just beer-flavored beer. Find local retailers who sell garage beer near you by visiting drinkgaragebeer.com.
All right, folks, here we go with FanDuel. We're off to it. We got hockey. We got college basketball, pro basketball.
Dude, did you watch the battle for the wagon wheel?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
What a game.
And then they plant the wagon wheel right in the center of the field right there. Dude, Maction.
That might have been the best game of the year.
It's doing ESPN on Wednesday night. It was 2 MAC games on. I was actually having a conversation with my producer because she goes, is the MAC only the state of Ohio? I was like, no, but you got BG, you got Akron, you got Buffalo. Kent, you got Miami, you got
Buffalo.
OU, well, just in Ohio.
Oh, just in Ohio, yeah.
You got, 6-5 teams in the MAC. Then, Buffalo, all the Michigans, and then Ball State out there in Muncie, Indiana, out of there. But you got all the football going for you, folks. Bet with our friends at FanDuel. Cavs parlays. What could you have made on the Cavs winning that game on Wednesday night?
What would you have gotten if you bet Jared Allen 30-plus points?
Well, I did bet him for a double-double. My parlay, the only thing we missed on was Sam Merrill threes. He was a little light on that. But I was my buddy that I do it with, and it was like, dude, how do we miss Craig Porter? You knew that was going to be a Craig Porter type of game. But FanDuel's where it's at, and the rewards are great. I love the My Way, where you want to build that parlay out, just move that slider exactly where you want it to go, folks. FanDuel is the place to go. And now the NBA is back, and we're going. FanDuel giving new customers $300 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. Combine the live bets, the same game parlay for that shot at a bigger payout. Go to FanDuel.com/bigplay. You want to take advantage of this as a new customer, this is what you got to do. FanDuel.com/bigplay. Sign up, get your $5 in there, win that bet, and then you get that $300 bonus bet to go ahead and spread on the weekend. You want to just I do this every weekend on FanDuel. I pick all the NFL games. Over, under, spread, just win-loss. Lottery ticket. I throw $2 on it, and we're off to the races there. That's the fun stuff you could do with the bonus bets with our friends at FanDuel. So again, get signed up today. FanDuel.com/bigplay. Play your game with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. Must be 21 and over, present in select states, or 18 and over and present in D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. First online real money wager, only $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit rghelp.com. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccp.org/chat in Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York. 4 legs, 2 for Ryan, 2 for me. Is this the week?
I hope so.
Let's go.
What do you got for us?
We'll start. 49ers will demolish the Arizona Cardinals in this game. The Cardinals are on the precipice. I know they got a big emotional win with Jacoby Brissett and all that. Cardinals not a good football team. And now Marv Harrison, appendectomy, out. Appendicitis, done for this week at least. Cardinals, I think they're just kind of floundering. There's already rumors about what they're going to do with Kyler Murray. I don't think their head is in this game. 49ers hanging around. I don't know if they're going to make the playoffs, but they will not lose this football game. There is no way. I know they're on the road. I know it can be a tough place to play. There's no way the 49ers lose this game. Give me a -3, Ryan.
Kyler Murray out rehabbing. Will he be playing the new Call of Duty?
It's out. I wish I was this weekend.
He's a big COD guy.
He is a huge COD guy. Huge.
All right,
huge.
well, I'm flipping it over.
Staying in the NFC West.
Staying in the NFC West. This is game of the week, by the way. I'm going to take the Seattle Seahawks +3 in this one. I know a lot of people like the Rams at home. That's probably the hot pick right now, Stafford. Probably the MVP favorite right now, but I like the Seattle Seahawks in this one. Both of these teams can launch the ball downfield. I'm excited to see Rashid Shaheed in this one. Both teams get after the pass rusher. Seattle's defense is probably the best in terms of consistency. I've been saying this defensive unit in all of NFL. Mike Mike McDonald has done a tremendous job at just 2 years there. Last year, they almost made the playoffs. This year, they're looking like they're going to be a 1 seed. Sam Darnold, regular season merchant, man. He's awesome in the regular season. I hope he can get it done in the playoffs this year, but this is just a regular season game. I've seen the Rams start off slow in a few games. Looking at the one in Baltimore, I know this one is at home, but give me the Seahawks for the battle at the top of the NFC to at least cover +3. I would sprinkle on them to win, Matt, but we just do spreads here. So.
Yeah, we'll take the spread. Watch Devontae Adams for that. They said the oblique isn't serious. He looked like he was in some pain on Sunday when he left that game, so something to keep your eye on there. All right, next up for me, the Raiders are not good. How this is the primetime Monday night game, I don't know.
Is it too late to flex?
No, they're supposed to be able to do that. They're
the week of? That's
no. You had to do it like in advance, but they're supposed. That was the whole thing because, well, they want to flex Thursday night too because Amazon was getting ticked. They go, you keep giving us these bad games. Why at the start of the season they thought the Raiders at all would be worthy of a primetime game, I don't know. Dallas will wax this one. There's no debate. And let's not forget the other factor in this whole thing. Not just that. I think the Raiders are starting to have some internal turmoil here about whether Geno Smith is the right guy, and they fired their special teams corner and all that. Go to the owners. Jerry Jones, Mark Davis. Jerry Jones ain't going to lose that game. There's no way. They're going to be all revved up for that. I think it's going to be a shootout. I know it's at 50.5. I don't want to play that. That's a high number here. I think the Cowboys are just going to outshoot them on this one. That's a bad pun. It's the Cowboys. That's my bad. Sorry about that. They're going to put up a lot of points. And I think this is a big one there for the Cowboys. Give me minus the 3.5. Give me the hook.
All right, we're going over to the AFC here for this one. Give me the Chargers -3 against Jacksonville. I like this for a couple reasons.
I like it.
I hate the fact you're out with Rashawn Slater, Joe Alt going out for the season. Man, that sucks.
Dude,
that's Jim
that
Harbaugh's
offensive
worst
line.
nightmare.
Woo!
But listen,
Bad.
Jacksonville, they don't get after the pass rusher. Justin Herbert's going to have time to throw the ball. They don't excel in coverage. This is going to be one of those games. I assume Justin Herbert could go for 300+ yards. Jacksonville, you talk about emotional state right now. You blow that lead to the Texans. You get the news your first-round pick that you traded up for is out for the season. This could be a letdown game continuing for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Give me the Chargers in this one, -3 points, Matt.
There's some advanced analytics about Trevor Lawrence and just
Liam Cohen's going to go get his guy in the draft.
bad.
Or a trade. He doesn't want Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence, future Cleveland Brown. All right, let's go. You heard it here first. We got a spread, or we got a dog, which I like. We've got some road favorites. Actually, we've got all road favorites.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the key.
Yeah.
We've picked actually all the road teams because we're taking Seattle to cover on the road as a dog.
Yeah, we're traveling.
Maybe that's it. Maybe this is the little idea for the trend. Folks, get to FanDuel.com/bigplay. Get that first bet in. If you're a new customer, sign up FanDuel.com/bigplay. Get that parlay in, and this is the week. I'm telling you. This is the week. All right, we got to touch on some Cavs, touch on Vogt winning AL Manager of the Year. We'll get to all that coming up. Stay with us. All right, welcome back. So happy to have you alongside for the Matt Fontana Show. Ryan Tyler, Matt Fontana. Always subscribe to our YouTube channel at Big Play. And I don't mention this enough, mostly because we never have time because I'm bad at keeping time on this show. Folks, we have 1,000 different shows. Not 1,000, but we have a lot of different shows. We have a new show coming out of Detroit for the Lions. We have a new show out of Pittsburgh, which is doing really well. And then, of course, Rapine and crew down with the Bengals. We're down in Cincinnati with Bobby Carpenter. All of our great show, Full Court Cleveland, Cavs, Honor the Land. We talk about Big Factory, which is Ryan, a big part of that. Just check us out at Big Play. You can download our app, our Roku app. You can check our website out, but just follow us on social medias too. Drennan. Anything else on deck? I love Bruce. I love
when he brings it up. It's just internet gold.
I know he is.
And it's just funny because people like...
he's got a source. I believe he's got a source. I believe him.
And
For those that don't know, Bruce Drennan thought the Browns are going to trade for Dak Prescott.
It didn't come to fruition, but he didn't just pull out of his...
I will tell you that. I don't know much of the situation, but if I know Bruce and I've worked with Bruce for a long time now, he didn't just make that up. He heard that from somebody. Something came out. But follow us at Big Play, at Matt Fontana Show on Twitter. We very much appreciate that. I appreciate the Cavs. How did they win that game on Wednesday with nobody playing for us?
It's called grit.
Dude, is that not something that you look at Eric Spoelstra and go, what is going on here? Cavs, okay, the rest thing, which I had a lot of people freak out. They're like, it's so early in the season with this injury management. Do you really care? It's not a big deal. Oh, Darius Garland, man. I was so ready to just be sucked back in to this team with a healthy Darius Garland, and it gets ripped away from me again. I'm going to ask this question because I think it's a pertinent question. Did they need to bring him back? And I get that they could be like, nope, he passed all these protocols. He did all these things. There were games he looked fine. And what happened? He kicked the guy, right? And now his toe, like, man, is this frustrating. Man, is this frustrating. And I have I don't want this lingering. We're already here with injuries, right? We're already here. It's not even middle of November. I'm not sounding the alarm. The Cavs look good, but Ryan, they look so good when Darius Garland is healthy. This is just such a shot in the gut. Aside of that, I love the makeup of this team. Sam Merrill, for anybody who's debating keeping Sam Merrill or Ty Jerome, point, Sam Merrill. That Lonzo Ball signing, I loved it when they did it. It's better than I even expected it to be with Lonzo Ball. He is perfect for what you need coming off this bench. Larry Nance Jr. is playing a role. Dean Wade looks to be finally healthy and back a little bit. I'm not going to worry. I'm trying not to worry about these injuries specifically with Darius Garland, but it's literally the only bad thing about this team right now. Okay, they dropped that game in Miami on a freaky play because Kenny got. I'm not trying to rip Johnny Bryant for that. Would Atkinson have maybe had a different play call if he was in there and didn't get ejected? I don't know. I give credit that they fought back in that game to take it to overtime. I love where the Cavs are at. It's just the thing stuck in my craw right now is that Darius Garland injury because I hate it. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, no kidding what I'm about to say, but better now than it is later
Yeah.
and when you get to the postseason. But, I mean, silver lining, like, these games are important, and we know every regular season game is important as much as we don't want to say they are, but you get guys in big-time moments that may not have the opportunity, and that can pay dividends down the line, especially in the playoffs. Like, the thing I look at when I look at the box score here, Jared Allen, like, you're the only real starter in that game. Obviously, you're without Darius Donovan and Evan Mobley.
Hunter's
like that.
Close, yeah, but I get what you're saying.
But my point
I get
is,
what you're saying.
you look at that lineup, and, like, J.A., you're the really only consistent one that we've seen. Put up 20 shots.
Yeah, and he
20
took
shots.
threes. He took threes.
Like, I like that.
Game.
J.A., you're without our stars. Go out there and prove your
ball
worth.
out.
20
Yeah.
shots for him,
Do
and
it.
then you got like Craig Porter coming off the bench playing
yeah.
that point guard role, dropping 19. So,
Yeah.
Again, better to be hurt now than later.
Congratulations, Steven Vogt, back-to-back AL Manager of the Year. There was time I was out, Ryan. There was time, not out, but I was really questioning some lineups, some pitching decisions. But you don't go on the run that they did, and does Austin Hedges not deserve a little piece of that trophy for calling that players-only meeting and getting that season turned around?
Money.
Yeah, he did get he got for him a bag for what he does for that little players meeting there. Congratulations to Steven Vogt. Again, get a couple players here, we'll be all right.
I wonder. I was thinking about this. I need to find like a history guy. Both the AL and NL managers, the NL manager
Back to
Pat
back.
Murphy, back to back. Has that ever happened?
No. No.
You know that. It's never
Yeah,
happened.
no, somebody
Okay.
and
I would imagine so.
and that's Steven Vogt's first 2 years on the job. That has never happened before. And I think Murph got there in Milwaukee. Is it the same that they both won it the first 2 years that they had those
Yeah, 'cause
jobs?
Craig Counsell left. Yeah.
That's right. That's never happened before.
Well, let me ask you this. And I
Yes.
think I know the answer to this. Which one was more deserving, last year's or this year's for Steven Vogt?
Ooh. I'm going to say last year's
Okay.
because I give a lot of credit to Austin Hedges for calling that players meeting. I do. And I frankly, there was a point in July that I thought Steven Vogt was doing a bad job. I thought that. And I'm not going to say that John Schneider didn't deserve it in Toronto or Dan Wilson up with the Mariners, but there was a little bias there. I think there's a little bias there for the Guardians. Because, again, I think it's also you look at it and go, man, he's kind of hamstrung. He doesn't have all these players, but congratulations to him. All right. Grid. You're going down this week, Grid.
I didn't look at it. I just pulled it up to give it a
Good.
brief look. Browns are
I don't look at it.
Browns are in it.
Let's go. Grid comes your way next. All right, Ryan. It's been a long time.
Sure has.
It's been a long time for this Immaculate Grid.
Namaste.
Namaste. Let's go. All right, Browns are Hall of Okay. We're cooking with gas. Go.
Tom Brady. No, he's not in it.
Not yet.
Okay. Patriot Hall of Fame, Randy Moss. He's got to be in, right?
No, he's in. I just didn't know he didn't play for the Jets. I had to pause there, but nope. Randy Moss counts. Okay. I don't want to do Brett Favre, so we'll do
You could
Reggie.
also do him for Jets.
Oh yeah, do him there.
Do him here.
Yep. And then we'll do Reggie White for the Hall of Fame.
Definitely played for. I'm not making that up, right?
Nope. Wasn't that not the Jen Sturger thing?
Okay.
With the text messages.
I just never know these things. Who'd you want to do?
Reggie White.
Yeah, he was alright, I guess.
Yeah, he was good.
85 to 2000.
And then go
Broncos.
Terrell Davis. Don't go John Elway. Screw him. Terrell Davis.
Terrell Davis is definitely in.
Yeah, he just got in, didn't he?
I don't know. I mean,
Okay. Now go Shannon Sharp.
is he in the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Positive?
1,000%. 1,000.
Skip.
Somebody
Oh, they got rid of his picture.
Somebody posted that picture. We go, Bo, B-O-A-T-A. I know him off to the side. He's got his problems, but on the air, he was extremely entertaining.
They took away his picture. It's so
He
controversial.
probably deserves that, but Favre still has his. which is
Okay,
kinda
where
weird.
do we
All right,
want
here
to
we go.
go? Wanna rip
Jabril
the Browns?
Peppers.
You want to start ripping the Browns?
Yeah, sure. Danny Shelton, Jabril Peppers. Either one?
Jabril Peppers is definitely Patriots. Right?
Yes.
Dream Zedarius we could do.
You do Zedarius. I think Deshaun Kaiser works there too, but go Zedarius, so it's not messing
Definitely
around.
played for the Packers, right?
Yes. I mean, now you got me. You're like, everyone, you're like, all right, are you really sure? Now you got me tripping on
Because
that.
I'm so nervous. I really wanna
TJ
get-
Ward.
Okay.
Bill Belichick? No, it doesn't count. He was the coach of the Jets for a day.
Jets, Patriots. We got time, so we can.
We got time. I mean, Jets, Broncos, is that not Brandon Marshall?
I thought that, but then I'm like, wait, did he play for the Broncos?
I know more for a fact that he played for the Broncos than I know the Jets,
Oh,
and I feel
and
extremely
I know he
confident
played-
that
I
he
know
played for both.
I know he played for the Jets.
Yeah, no doubt.
2006 to 2018.
Yes, no doubt. Again, you got angsty over here. All right.
Little AFC East.
I don't know why, but Mike White came to mind. But let's not get crazy about this. Let's not go off the reservation on this. All right, it's not Hunter Henry. It's not Austin Hooper. It's they haven't had a lot of good receivers come through there. And quarterback is going to be hard because they had Brady for so long.
And I'm
not Hoyer.
Thinking of any running backs at the moment.
I want to picture Tyrod Taylor in a Patriots uniform,
I don't.
but he burned us last time.
And I don't.
And I don't know if I want to go back to that quite
Stephon
this
Gilmore
early.
never played for the Jets.
No.
Tight ends.
Yeah, that's I. It's also like they're old enough franchise. I'm sure there's like a legacy player that I can't really think of right now.
Somebody's yelling at us right now.
Bledsoe never played for the Jets, I don't think. Brian Hoyer didn't play for the Jets. Jimmy Garoppolo, Jacoby Brissett.
Oh man.
It's not Mac Jones. It's not. I keep feeling way. Did Antonio Cromartie play for the Patriots?
I couldn't tell you.
Oh. Is it Nick Folk, kicker? I don't know. I kind of okay. All right. I kind of liked it.
Maybe,
If we can't come up with something else, I think we're gonna have to rip Nick Folk. I know he kicked for the Jets. I think that works, but that's okay. Adam Vinatieri never kicked for the Steven Gostkowski, I don't think. Oh no. Come on
I
now.
can't. This is crazy.
I don't know. I feel like it's a receiver. I feel like there's got to be a receiver. Like Miles Austin never played for the Patriots. Wes Welker never played for the Jets. Danny Amendola never played for the Jets. Stephen Ridley.
Wow. That's a pull.
Kevin Falk. James White.
Garrett Blunt.
Yeah, Blunt, I don't think so. It's not Stephon Diggs.
Wow.
It's not AJ Hawk. I don't think he ever played for the Jets. I don't know why I brought that up.
What do you want to rip? Man. We lose on this. John Johnson. Or Josh
Yeah.
Johnson.
Josh Johnson.
Is there really
I kind of like Nick Folk.
Okay. I mean, I can't be mad at you because I can't even. You ready?
No.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Darrell Revis. Duh.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, it don't matter though. It don't matter though.
That's when I mentioned Antonio Cromartie. That's who I was thinking of. Darrell Revis. That's who I was thinking.
It don't matter though.
It don't matter. Probably even helped the rarity score. Nick, finally. Hey, that's good for our parlay, Ryan. That makes me feel good for our FanDuel parlay.
Good omen.
Speaking of that, is that a good omen for the Browns? Our picks are next. All right, here we go. Time for our game picks presented by our great friends at FanDuel. Go sign up today, FanDuel.com/bigplay for a great offer there. Ryan Tyler, Matt Fontana here on the Matt Fontana Show. Ryan, it is that time. A very similar situation that we've had in many a years and many games I've been to where the Baltimore Ravens come to town and they're surging for a playoff spot and we aren't. 2-7, rookie quarterback. Here comes Lamar. We are 7.5-point home dogs. Give me a cover. Come on, just give me a cover.
I will not be joining you. I will be going Ravens 27, the Cleveland Browns 16.
I don't think we're going to be able to score that many points. 24.
You know the defense is going to collapse in the second half.
24-10 or 24-13. 24-13.
All right.
We'll score a touchdown, 2 field goals. I want them to limit
that's
Lamar.
Not a cover.
I know. I want them to cover, but I just can't do it. I think it's too hard. I don't even think we're going to be able to put up points. And I do think relative of limiting Lamar, like 24 points, I think is kind of limiting him. It's going to all be on Myles Garrett. We'll see how it goes. All right, enjoy the weekend. Go Cavs, go Buckeyes, go Jackets. What am I missing?
I can't
Browns?
say my Bearcats anymore.
Browns. Go Browns. Enjoy it. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you on next week's show. For Ryan Tyler, I'm Matt Fontana. As always, take it easy.